Hey everyone, so you've got this model or this part you need to scan for 3D printing, but every time you try to capture the fine details it just comes out looking like a melted blob? Yeah, that used to happen to me too until I picked up the Revopoint MetroY 3D scanner. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. What sold me right away was the blue laser. It's not one of those weak red pointers. It's an actual industrial-grade line that locks onto edges and textures without any extra spray. I remember when I first started with 3D scanning, I'd have to dust my parts with this nasty scanning spray just to get decent results. It was like a rite of passage, but not exactly the most efficient or clean way to work. With the MetroY, those days are behind me. I printed a tiny gear last week and the MetroY picked up the 0.2 mm teeth without me having to dust the whole thing in that scanning spray. If you've ever spent 20 minutes prepping a part only to have the scan still look like a potato, you'll appreciate how much time that saves. I mean, think about all the projects you could be working on instead of just trying to get a decent scan. The blue laser is a game changer, especially when you're working with complex parts or models that have a lot of intricate details. I've used it to scan everything from small mechanical parts to larger objects like vases and phone cases. The level of detail it captures is just incredible, and it's opened up a whole new world of possibilities for my 3D printing projects. For example, I recently scanned a small robotic arm, and the MetroY picked up all the tiny details, including the gears and the motor mounts. It was amazing to see how accurately it captured all the intricate parts. There are 3 scanning modes: handheld, turntable, and fixed. I mostly use handheld for larger objects like a phone case or a small vase. Just wave the scanner around, and the software stitches it together in real time. It's pretty intuitive once you get the hang of it. The turntable mode is perfect for tiny mechanical parts. Press a button, let it spin, and you're done in under 2 minutes. I've used it to scan all sorts of small parts, from gears and bearings to tiny mechanical components. Fixed mode is great if you're scanning something super delicate and don't want to risk moving it. Each mode has its sweet spot, so you're not stuck with one clunky workflow. I've found that switching between modes is easy, and the software does a great job of handling the different scanning techniques. One feature I didn't expect to use much but now can't live without is Wi-Fi 6 streaming. Instead of plugging the scanner into my PC every time, I can just send the scan data over the air. That means I can walk around a room, scan a full-size helmet, and still have enough bandwidth left for a YouTube live stream without any lag. Real-time streaming also helps when you're calibrating. You see the mesh pop up on screen instantly, so you know right away if you need to adjust the angle. I've used this feature to scan large objects, like a bike helmet, and it's amazing to see how easily the MetroY handles it. Accuracy-wise, the MetroY claims 0.02 mm, and in my tests it actually hit that. I measured a printed calibration cube with calipers and the MetroY's STL matched the real-world dimensions to within 1/10 of a millimeter. That level of precision is what turns a close enough print into a functional replacement part. I've used it to reverse engineer a broken plastic clip for a car door handle, and the new printed piece snapped right in with zero filing. It's that level of accuracy that makes the MetroY so valuable for serious 3D printing projects. The included calibration board is a nice touch. You pop it on the turntable, run the built-in calibration routine, and you're good for weeks. No more guessing if your scanner drifted overnight. The software is also pretty straightforward: basic scan, clean up, export to STL, slice, and print. If you've ever fought with a scanner that exports in some weird proprietary format, you'll love that this one plays nice with Cura, Prusa Slicer, and every other slicer out there. I've found the software to be easy to use, and the support from Revopoint is top-notch. Temperature monitoring sounds boring until your print warms up under the laser and starts warping mid-scan. The MetroY has a little sensor that pops up a warning if things get too toasty, so you can pause and let everything cool down. If you're tired of scans that look like abstract art instead of accurate models, the Revopoint MetroY is the scanner that finally gives you clean edges and reliable dimensions. It's been a game changer for my 3D printing projects, and I think it could do the same for you. Whether you're a hobbyist or a professional, the MetroY is definitely worth considering. Link is below if you want to grab one.